Hi, how nice to think of you joining me for this story. You can see the front cover on the screen. I'm going to read you a story called Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. It's a bit of a silly story, really, and quite short. So I want you to listen out for the rhyming words. Lots of the words in this story sound the same. A bit like house and mouse sounds the same, or down and frown. Those words rhyme. So can you listen out for the rhymes, please, and tell your parents when you spot them? Now, the other thing I want you to do is to look out on the pages for the house numbers that the characters live in. They're all leaving home to go for a walk, and you can see on the gateposts or the fence or on the brick wall in the pictures the number of the house they live at. I wonder what number house you live at, or flat. I live at a flat that's 127. So mine's a big number. These numbers aren't quite as big as that, but they are quite big numbers. And I'm just wondering, now that you're getting so good at maths, whether you might be able to work out what number each of the characters lives at. Okay, so you're looking for numbers and you're listening out for rhyming words. And in the front, on the front cover, in the title, is the phoneme we're learning today. It's the phoneme air, and it's actually written with 3 letters. So what does that make it? Not a digraph, a trigraph, exactly. 3 letters that make one sound called a trigraph. And there is a trigraph, air, A-I-R, and that's what we're learning today. So keep an eye out for that too. Let's go. Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy by Lynley, Dodd. Out of the gate and off for a walk went Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. And Hercules Morse as big as a horse. With Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy, they went together. Bottomly pots, all covered in spots. Hercules Morse as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Muffin Mcclary like a bundle of hay. Bottomly pots covered in spots. Hercules Morse as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Bits are Maloney all skinny and bony. Muffin Mcclary like a bundle of hay. Bottomly pots covered in Hercules Morse as big as a. And Harry from Donaldson's. Did you fill that in? Schnitzel von Crumb with a very low tum. Bits are Maloney all skinny and bony. Muffin Mcclary like a bundle of hay. Bottomly pots all covered in spots. And Hercules Morse as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. He's having a good old scratch there, isn't he? With tails in the air, they trotted on down past the shops and the park to the far end of town. Downtown. There are 2 words that rhyme. They sniffed at the smells and they snooped at each door, when suddenly out of the shadows they saw Scarface Claw, the toughest tomcat in town. Dogs are really scared of cats. It's weird, but they are. Yows! Said Scarface Claw. And off with a yowl, a wail and a howl, a scatter of paws and a clatter of claws went Schnitzel von Crumb with a very low tum, Bits of Maloney all skinny and bony, Muffin Mcclary like a bundle of hay, Bottomly pots covered in spots, and Hercules Morse as big as a horse, and Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Straight back home to bed. Well, there you go. That is the story of the day the dogs went out for a walk and got scared to death by a great big tomcat and turned on their tails and ran back home as fast as they could. I wonder why dogs are scared of cats. What do you think makes them so frightened of them? I think I have got an idea. See if you can find out. But also, can you go back and check each of those pictures for a number and see if you can work out what the numbers are? That's just a little additional activity for today. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have enjoyed the story and I hope you'll join me again. Goodbye for now.